Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the box we're making today. Okay, isn't it so cute? I made it during my Facebook Friday number 8 live stream. So it's a triangle box. And I will be honest and say that if you make it out of designer series paper, which is so stinking cute, it is quite flimsy. So unless you were putting something in there that hardly weighed anything, you might want to use cardstock as your base and then decorate it with designer series paper. And I could have used the sweet sugar plum instead of the white, but it still looks good. We're going to make this one because, like I said, this one will actually hold something inside there without damaging it, okay? Here's the supplies. Thick Whisper White cardstock. I love that stuff. And then the Succulent Garden Designer Series paper. Okay, let me back up. 6x6. 3 pieces of the Succulent Garden Designer Series paper. It measures 3 7/8 by 1 5/8. Sweet Sugar Plum 3x3, Whisper White 3x3, and Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer paper that is 3/8 by whatever. You need it to be at least 3 1/4, okay? So let's get out the Simply Scored. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to use the Stampin' Trimmer, and I'll explain why when we get to that point. So what I'm going to do is place it on here, and I'm going to score it at 1 inch on both sides, parallel to each other. I'm just going to turn it and do the other side. So 1 inch again. Now I'm going to turn it on the other side, and I'm going to score it at 1 7/8. And I'm going across it twice because I love the thick cardstock, but sometimes it's a little, with this scoring blade, you need to go over it twice, okay? So 1 7/8, 3 3/4, and 5 5/8. And when you get to this point, you're going to be like, is that right? It is. Okay, now, if you look, this is the skinny little 1/2 inch side over here. Over here on this side, we want to make a little tick mark at 15/16 of an inch. So I'm going to place it on the trimmer. The 15/16 is the one teeny tiny mark before the 1 inch, but it's easier to reach it on this side. So all I'm going to do is place it at the 15/16, and I'm not even going to lower the little thingy. I'm just going to take my bone folder and give it a little notch, and then I'm going to turn it over and do it on the other side. So again, lining up at the 15/16. Now we're done with the trimmer. That's why I used the Stampin' Trimmer instead of the Simply Scored scoring tool, is because I wanted to use 16ths instead of 8ths. So I'm just going to score this on all the score lines. And I am going to take my bone folder. Same way on this side. Now let's take our scissors, and we're going to cut this little piece off. Come down here and do the same thing. Then the rest of these you're just going to cut up to the score line. And turn it and do the same thing over here. Okay, now what we want to do is, you remember where I made the little tick mark? We want to cut from that mark to the corner here. Just like that. And now we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to repeat it over here. And my little tick mark wasn't very little. Okay, and then over here. Now what we'll do is we're going to fold these over and we're going to cut the other 2 panels, okay, on both sides. So I'm just going to fold that in and then just use this as a guide. Same thing down here. And now fold it over again, and then we're going to do those. If you were watching the live stream on Friday, I put adhesive on all 3 tabs. You only need adhesive on 2. I don't know why I did it on all 3. I was in the zone. Okay, so now we are ready to assemble our box. So I'm going to take some Fast Fuse for this piece right here. And just bring this up. Okay, so there's our box. I kind of got a little score happy on there. So I want this to be the front so that that seam is on the bottom and not actually the back, but on the bottom. So that means this right here is my front. So that's going to be the one that I'm going to put glue dots on, okay? Let me get those out. And I'm going to be a little generous, probably 3. If you were going to put some candy in there, I would say you might even want to put 4. Glue dots work pretty well, so they work so well it's stuck to my thumb. Ruh-roh. Come on. Okay, now I'm going to hold that for a second, give it a minute to really stick. And then now I'm going to do the same thing down here. Except this time I'm going to put the glue dots on the lower piece first and then at the top. There we go. Okay. If you can see the glue dots. Okay. This was an area that I struggled with during the live video. It just wasn't working. And it's because the Designer Series paper was kind of sort of collapsing on me. Okay, so now we're going to stamp. Now this Balloon Adventures is the stamp set for Bella's Bundle for February. All the details about Bella's Bundle is over on my website. Head over there if you'd like information. So we're using... what is it? I love the font. Look at this. Where is it? Open Me already. Yeah, it's really pretty, and I'm kind of rattling here. Let me get this image stamped. And then we're going to get out the Big Shot. I am using 2 sets of framelits today just because I really love both of them. All of them. I love the stitch shape framelits. They were released in November and then they went on back order for a while. They're available again. So we're going to use that one. And then I'm using the Layering Ovals framelits to cut out the Sweet Sugar Plum. I lost my words for a second. Okay, Big Shot. Magnetic platform, cutting pad. And I'm going to attempt to cut out both of these at the same time. So I'm going to place this one all the way over here. And then this one I'm going to put here so I can see exactly where it's going. I want to make sure I don't cut off that little cute curly Q of the O. Okay, so here's what we cut out. Isn't it so pretty? I'm going to take my snail Uh-oh. I attached it crooked. Okay. Now let's attach our Designer Series paper. I love the flip side of this too. I could use 100 sheets of this rose colored. I guess it's considered sweet sugar plum, but anyhow, I just ordered some fabric of that color. Lane Swerve there. That's how much I love the color. Okay. I can hear the neighbor's dog barking. I'm struggling to see with these lights. It's okay if it's a little crooked. Okay. Again, this is the front, and the reason I can tell is because this piece folds down over the other two pieces. So this is my front. I'm going to take this glimmer paper and use the classic label punch. I'm going to start over. I messed that one up. You want to center it, and I still didn't, but here we go. I can get it with my scissors. And then now the other side. So I want to make sure that I give myself enough room. So make sure. And I did it again. It's okay. Now let's see how it looks. Yep, looks good. Okay, so what we're going to do is take glue dots again. Put 2 in the middle. And you know, as soon as I say it, I probably won't do it, but I didn't have any difficulty lining it up right in the middle before. Yeah, looks good. And then we're going to take a couple dimensionals and add it. And we got one more step. I'm going to angle it. I kind of like the angle thing. We're going to take some rhinestones. Now on the original one, I just put 3 in the corner, and then on the second one I made, I put 3 in a row. And let me show you the Valentine versions. Here's these, which is what I did during the live stream. Okay, so I get my paper piercer out, and I think I kind of like the 3 in a row. So I'm just going to separate 3 right here. Pick it up with the paper piercer. I just want to get it straight. Okay, so here's the one we just made. Here's my second one I made, not the original, and this one's the original. This was the, I still really love this one, but like I said, it's flimsy. Okay, have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.